Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, does what a person observe alter their reality? Well, I think it obviously does, because for everyone, reality is different. Does that make sense? Well, if you really think about it, everybody has different thoughts, everybody has different beliefs, everybody has different education or way of being brought up. So they're obviously going to see the world in a different place or in a different manner, if that makes sense. What do I mean by that? Well, take the simple subject of, if, let's say, you are allergic to shellfish. If you're allergic to shellfish, well, what's going to happen is that basically you are going to hate anything remotely related to eating shellfish, right? Because it's going to get you sick. So your reality is that shellfish is bad for you. In our society, for example, we've been, honestly, for many, many centuries in a patriarchal society. So what happens is that most of the people who have been in power or in positions of power, be it in jobs or government and stuff like that, has often been males. So because of that, the way that our society sees males or females is very different. They'll see males as being strong and have a lot of thoughts and stuff like that, and being the leaders, whereas the female is just more passive, really, and being able to stay in the kitchen and take care of the kids. And is it true? Well, that's the reality that people have been brought up with. I don't think it's true, but if it's been like that for centuries, then people think, oh, well, obviously if that's how it's been told for centuries, then why would we change things? It's kind of like the first person who said, hey, the earth is round and it's not flat, right? People for centuries thought that it was flat, and then once we started looking into telescopes and stuff like that, then people realized that, hey, maybe the planets are actually circular. And then once they went into physics and all that stuff, and they realized that we have gravity and many different other things, then it kind of all started to make sense that the earth would be flat and there wouldn't be just like poles that are made out of a wall of ice where you can fall out of it. Because if you really think about it, even if the earth was flat, well, it would have to stand on something, and if it's not standing on something, then what's it standing on? And if it's standing on rocks, then what's beyond the rocks? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, is that what you perceive as good or bad is really going to alter the fact and alter your reality. So that's the thing, is that you kind of have to, whenever you're in a bad situation, let's say you're ill or somebody does something bad to you or whatever, you have to kind of realize that it's up to you if you want to make it a pleasant situation or a bad situation. If you decide, for example, okay, let's say I get up from bed and I hit my toe really hard and it's bruised and now I'm limping for the rest of the day, I can say, man, my life's so bad. I have such a dog life, and why do all these bad things happen to me? Or you can kind of keep on going, limp a little bit for the day and it'll probably get better, and just have a positive attitude. Either way, I do think that having a positive attitude is gonna make your life better, and it's also gonna make people want to work with you, and it's gonna give you a better experience. People don't want to be around people who are sad all the time. You can be sad once in a while, because there's just circumstances sometimes when you are gonna be sad. The more you live, the more tragedies will happen in your life. It's just part of living, and you should be grateful that they do happen too, because means you're alive and that you're still kicking, breathing, and thinking. So that's the thing is, I guess I'm trying to say is that your perception of reality is really going to be what your reality becomes. And if you basically decide that you're going to be a loser, well, guess what? You're going to be a loser. But if you have a winner personality, then you're going to be able to win. Because kind of like in previous speeches that I've spoken about, there's dreams, and usually dreams will become reality. And it kind of comes full cycle with being able to observe the stuff around you and not to judge so much, but also to perceive it in a positive way in some way. Because, as I've said, whatever you see is your way of observing things. And I do think that if you have a negative view of life, well, that's kind of how wars come. I mean, you got to think about it. There's so many countries that are just fighting over old ideas because of religion or because this is my land, your land. But in the end, it's tough to kind of go through and say goodbye to these things that you've thought about for so long. But sometimes, you know how they say, like, it takes a better man to be able to apologize, and in order to overcome and accept defeat and then just move on with your life, because then you're thinking about it and you're basically torturing generations and generations for things that have no meaning. And that's why we have people blowing themselves up and killing innocent people that have nothing to do with even remotely what their fuss was about. And it's sad because it's already so hard to be born, it's already so hard to be in this world, and there's so many things that affect a person, and then yet it can just be taken away like that because somebody decided somehow that they wanted to shoot, or they wanted to blow up, or they wanted to start a war. And in the end, the world is the world, and in the end, no matter what's going to happen, nature's going to overcome. And even after the earth is exploded and the sun has heated up so much, and who knows, the universe collapses or whatever, again, nature will win, because there'll still be a remnant of something. It won't be what we know, but it's definitely going to be whatever happened there. And I think you need to just be positive. That's all I'm just saying. Try to observe the world. Try to stay away from people that don't really see the world the way that you do. And surround yourself with positive people, I guess. And I think you will have much less quarrels with individuals if you are surrounded by people who think similarly to you. But I think no matter what it is, no matter what your belief is, no matter how you see the world, I think that the key element in everything is positivity and staying in light, if that makes sense. Light is being positive and not taking things so seriously, because no matter what happens, no matter how serious you think something is, it's not. You're just a needle in a haystack, and there's nothing to really... Whatever's happening to you will be forgotten, and next generations will not know about it. And if they do, then honestly, you're doing something wrong, because it shouldn't be that important that other generations know. Okay, well, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.